All right. Good evening.
Hey, evening, Clay. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I was actually up in your neck of the woods earlier today, but we didn't. We didn't
Yeah.
have not. We did not have a chance to catch up, did we?
No, you had too much stuff going on, which is we're catching up next week, and of course, week from
Yep.
Saturday we got the Iron Sight Steel Challenge. Is going to be great.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And if all goes well, I told Axe today that I'm planning to bring the camper up and stay over. So that's my plan. So if
Oh
someone's
boy,
riding with me, they're probably going to have to stay over and probably indulge a little in some adult beverages.
for sure, for
Hey,
sure. I'm looking
Waylon,
forward to
good
it.
evening. Good evening, Mr. Brian Wanner, Mr. Fellow MVE. Glad to have you here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be got some good stuff lined up here, Clay. I got
Yeah.
some anti-gunners, or we always thought they'd go after the bullets, but this is a kind of different way they're going after them. Is what I got going, and of course I got
Yep.
two short mag dumps here.
Yep. We'll drop. I've got a few, but I doubt we'll get to all of them. But that's okay. It's always good to have more material than time, right?
Right. Always.
And then, of course, tomorrow morning, I will not be on Mitchell in the morning, but JD is going to be filling in. Appreciate that, buddy.
No problem.
We're going to be cutting up meat tomorrow. I want to get an early start, getting some things done before we start. So, yeah, I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah. And later in the show, I'll let everybody know what Todd and I got on tap here. So.
Yep, 7:15 Mountain, 8:15 Central. You want to tune in to KFYR 550 AM. The big stick.
Better
over
yet,
there.
get on iHeart, follow him, get on iHeart and listen,
Yep.
because then we know. Then Todd can see who's. I know your people heard
Yep.
me say that before, but
And
it's
we
good.
do get good numbers on Fridays. We really do. Todd and I have talked about that quite a bit.
Yep.
I even tuned into the old competition over there this morning just to see what Hennon was doing, and it was funny. He was kind of on a rant and a rage because people are calling him Skeletor and a sellout, and he's owned by the carbon people. Like, well, it's kind of the truth. He
Yeah.
wasn't liking it much.
Hey, what's up, Zach? You joined in there. Good seeing you back on, buddy. Hope your shoulder's feeling better. He separated his shoulder yesterday at work,
Geez.
so yeah.
That sucks.
I went in and got a little shot down there from my naturopath today. The shoulder was feeling good, but now, well, I tell you what, that son of a bitch feels like I'm 20 again right now. I love it.
No,
Yeah. Last time I got one in there was about 5 years. Yeah. I wish I could say it was a great story like that, Clay, but no dice. Never heard it that way.
Yeah.
All right, 18 Wheels. Did you catch him on there already? Good seeing he's on there.
Yeah, no, I didn't get him. Good to have him on there. Didn't see it right away there. So yeah, we are up and running on our regular GAT701 at Fascist Book. Of course, you can catch it on Deacon's, and you can catch it on my own. Sturm? Well, it changed it. Sturm, whatever it is, and then of course my very own one.
Sturm Guns and the 701. Something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
We had to go and do some stuff there. We are back on Twitch and we're back on Kick. We'll see how long it lasts. And of course, good evening, guys. I see there's a few tuned in over on Rumble. Thanks for listening in. I'll be honest, I just have not had time to figure out how to integrate Rumble in the restream so the comments can come in. It is available now. Give me some time. I'm going to be calving here soon, and I'm going to have nothing but time because I won't be going.
Yeah, and I just kind of did a seat in my pants episode there Saturday. It went real good. I had a lot of viewers on Rumble, so if you're coming back on Rumble and watching this tonight, I'd appreciate that.
It was very good, honestly. I sat down and finally got a chance to look at it, and yeah, I thought it was great. So
I would say too, Clay, on 29th Iron Sight Steel Challenge secured today. We got Bloodline Kinetics is donating another barrel threading, and Mandan Sporting Goods are going to have a $25 gift certificate. And evening, Dan from the Western Edge.
Dan.
Good seeing you on, buddy. So yeah, I don't know if you've talked to.
They were not around. They're getting ready for the farm show, but I should probably talk to them this week. If nothing else, maybe I'll run in tomorrow and. When we get done for tomorrow's day and see what they're up to in there. So.
Yeah, sounds like we just tonight, right before the show, I was messaging with somebody on Snap. Sounds like we got a couple good guys coming up from Mercer County again. One of them, Jay, he was there for the Prairie Dog one, but I think Jay and Clay, the Mercer County Coyote Reduction Team, I think they're going to be coming up. So
Sounds good. And we're doing something a little special on the 29th. We finally got the Freedom Rod raffle. We'll just call it that. We're going to draw for that live right there at Axe's Hondo range.
Awesome, man.
There. We just decided we're going to draw for it. So there are 38 tickets left after everything, and everybody turned in what they didn't sell, and then I sold some extras. We're down to our last 38. But if we sell them, great. If we don't, we're drawing regardless. So I will have them there. You'll want to get them early if you want them, and they're $20 a piece. And
if we go live there, Clay, you can tell everybody it's going to be on X, Rumble, Kick, and our website, because the other two will get us booted.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll shut everything else off because they will nix us. But X is good, and Rumble, of course, and the website. So that's where you're going to want to tune in.
Yeah,
we will not be on Zuckerberg's and get zucked, and we probably will not be on YouTube because they'll do the same exact thing to us. So
yeah, Kelly found that out when he was on with us.
Yeah, he did. I got to show you this. See,
nice. Look at that.
I am rocking and ready. My cameras are all working. Thought I'd share that with you.
I like that barn shot there. That's nice. All them corrals in there.
Oh yeah, we rebuilt that last year, and that was really, really nice. So we are ready to rock and roll. And you click on them here, and move them around, and see what's going on.
Oh, look at that shit! Nice.
That's how I calve now.
Nothing wrong with that, Clay. I guarantee if I could show that to my grandpa and grandma if they were still alive, they'd freaking love that.
There's one from outside. I got one that I got to put a new cable on sometime this weekend, and then I'll have all of them up and running. I got one down. Yeah, I just thought I'd share that with you. It's kind of
you got something in the hand there you can do. You can tell my dad that you can watch.
Yeah, you got something in the hand. It's a good investment. You don't have to go outside. That's great. All right, now we don't want to be like these other guys that I hear on the radio and not get to hand. So let's get started.
Yeah.
And you want to do the honors?
Yes, sir. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
That's right. And there's still some people not getting that message, but we keep helping them.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about those people, actually.
Absolutely. You want to kick it off?
Yeah. Let's do it here, Clay. So I got an article here out of Shooting News Weekly. Actually, I don't know if, Clay, have you ever checked that one out? It was fairly new. I accidentally run across this maybe a month or two ago.
Which one was that?
I think it's shootingnewsweekly.com.
Yeah. I've seen him before, but
I'm pretty sure it was one of the guys who used to be with The Truth About Guns, and he started his own thing, which is catching on pretty good now. I like the way they get stories and write them, but
yep.
So we got here we go. My main topic here. We got several researchers teamed up to publish a recent article in the Journal of American Medical Association titled "Bullets as Pathogen: The Need for Public Health and Policy Approaches." Pathogen. Remind me what a pathogen is again.
Well, that's a disease. It's actually a horrible, not even a disease. It's an intrusion like a virus.
Yeah, like a virus or a bacteria. Yep. Yeah. And so the results, they say, were not at all earth-shattering, Clay, that larger bullets cause more damage than smaller ones. But policy recommendations resulting from the research could be far-reaching if impractical. And they say, the authors claim, it is past time, Clay, to address the ultimate cause of death and injury, the bullet.
And big bad
bullets. We'll get them. If we can't get their damn guns, we're going to go after their freaking bullets. And
that's not the first time we've heard that, too.
No.
This is a different way they're thinking.
Right. This is a different way. This ain't like lead and copper. And yeah. And consider bullet-specific regulations to decrease the burden of firearm injuries in the United States. Okay. So they say, through examination of the devastating damage of bullets to individuals and society and application of public health principles akin to communicable diseases, Clay, bullets are like communicable diseases now.
Really? So they're like an STD?
Yeah. We can prevent further injuries, disabilities, and unnecessary loss of life. So there are two basic premises from the JAMA article study. Bullets come in different sizes, and the damage caused by various size bullets differs depending on the size of the target, Clay, right? I mean, stuff we've known pretty much our whole life, right?
Yeah.
So it's not hard to see what they're talking about here. researchers suggesting, they call them CFRs, casualty fatality rate on different sizes of ammunition is policy prescriptions that could lead to new laws, Clay, new laws that could really help people here, right? Specifically those restricting different types of ammunition from law-abiding Americans. What they're talking about is the bullet. Yes. This article specifically described several policy suggestions, Clay, not going to be new to you or me or probably most of our listeners, and asserted these suggested policies would reduce damage caused by bullets. These include everything from an additional tax on ammo. Okay, we already got that, alluding to, right, comparable to sin tax and other harmful products like ciggy butts and beer, rationing ammunition purchases and requiring background checks for ammo sales. They already do that in California. It's not doing a damn thing. They do it in Chicago. It's not doing a damn thing. And now they want to do it for your freaking bullets, man.
Let's not forget Illinois also has a FOID card, which you need that to purchase guns and I believe ammunition now, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you do a background check every damn time you buy it, which is exactly what these people run, is what California has. And so they say in our work, we talk about bullets as pathogens, Clay. We were just talking about this, right? And guns as sort of vectors similar to mosquitoes carrying malaria.
I mean, the reach. I'm telling you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so bullets, mosquitoes are carrying around 55 grain soft points now, I guess.
They're small drones.
Yeah, and it's important for us to highlight firearm violence in the same way, says Dr. Laura Vargas. Yeah. So what they're going to be, I'm not too worried about it now. We got Trump in there, but as we know, things can change, Clay.
Oh yeah.
And these ballistic tip bullets, man, they really do damage, especially when you get them in the 30 cal variety and this and that. I mean, which is, I bet you half the people I know hunt with ballistic tip hunting bullets now. And we all know what they do. Soft points, and then, if you use...
There's a scary one right here.
Ooh. Yeah, hollow points. I mean, they've tried to ban hollow point bullets. Actually, I don't know if you can have them in like New Jersey. I think they actually do have a hollow point other than the only ones, the police. I think they got them.
I think you're right. They've done some crazy things in some of these red or in some of these really blue states, and it's all by design. They couldn't get nowhere with actually banning guns and restricting them. So what they go after? Ammunition, freedom seeds.
Yep.
And now, actually, not just the full cartridge. Now they're going after the actual bullet.
The bullet that the mosquitoes carry around and drop on you.
Yeah. I just see a new meme, don't you?
Well, most of these shitheads who do mass shootings use FMJs, and that's the least amount of damaged bullet you're going to get. So what are they going to do, Clay? Right?
I don't know. I mean, they're gonna ban them next because oh my gosh, that's all that's left. And
you can shoot is rubber bullets, and then you hurt the criminal piece of shit too much, and then you got to have something other. We got to have like paintball bullets out of there.
Hey, paintballs hurt.
You know what I want to do, Clay? If somebody's trying to kill or harm me, I want the most deadly bullet I can fire out of my handgun, my rifle, my shotgun, whatever it is, and I want to put them down. And I don't give two shits if they resume room temperature in short order.
I agree, absolutely, 100%. I don't really care.
If they don't want to do it, Clay, that's fine with me. If they want something that doesn't do that to somebody who's going to beat the shit out of them and rape them and kill their family, yeah, by all means, put that in your burn pepper spray gun or whatever you got.
Right. Yeah.
As Ted Nugent says, prefer you pull out your gun and that scumbag is dead and not you.
It's always better if they're coming at you and they're threatening you, endangering your life. It should be double tap them and forget about it.
Yeah. So we're supposed to really listen to these people though, because they're in the Journal of American Medicine. By the way, you guys might fix bullet holes in people, but bullets are not a disease.
Bullets are not a disease. It's not, you can't catch it. It's not a pathogen. It's not a virus.
I mean, some of these subsonic rounds I could catch out of the air.
But yes, I mean, this is the stretch. Again, I keep reminding people, just because you're not hearing anything about gun laws, gun bills, things like that, they're never resting because they're doing stuff like this. They've been fairly unsuccessful legislatively. They have as a whole. Yeah, they've gotten a few things in. Some states are bad. But for the most part, they haven't been very successful. For the amount of dollars that these groups have spent over decades, they've actually been pretty trivial. But they never quit. And where they have lost, they're gaining traction when they go into things like this. You bring the CDC in it. You bring it into medicine, called a pandemic or an epidemic or declare a medical emergency. We know how that worked out. I mean, look at the states during China virus. Medical emergencies, didn't them work out great?
Yeah. And let me remind me that the anti-gun President Trump, oh, that's right. He said gun stores are crucial. Keep them open.
Yeah.
Much to disagree with folks like the gumshoe.
Like gumshoe.
Let's get somebody. We had a few of these comments, Clay. Zach says Illinois is a commie state for sure. Yes, 18 wheels, a dozen 6-shooters. Same thing in Massachusetts. We need an LTC or FID card to buy ammo. Oh. No background check yet, though. I'm sorry, man. That's coming. I'll bet you any money out there. Zach Meyer, I bet they let illegals have all the illegal ammo they want to. Oh, yeah, the criminals ain't going to give two shits about any ammo or bullet ban.
They don't care.
Left is a bunch of communists trying to destroy the American way of life. 100%, Zach. If anybody tries to tell you any different, they're full of shit. Either they're ignorant, they're lying, or they're both.
That's something I was listening to today coming home, and 550, Daryl and Trent were on, and I actually agreed with him today, Trent, and he was basically calling out, saying, listen, these are communist actions. They were talking about...
I did hear that part.
I thought, you know what? He's right on that. That is what we're seeing today. We need to call it what we know it is. We've seen the president do it. President Trump called them communists.
And that's what blows my mind when them guys, when we get TDS Wednesday going there, and they bitch about Trump. Trump is the most anti-communist president we've had since Ronald Reagan, probably, and these guys sit there and piss and moan about him. Same with freaking Dustin TDS or Lau. He does the same bullshit.
That guy
constantly. That guy's bitching about Trump.
All the time. It's just constant. That's why I tune out. I really can't stand it anymore. He's not a dumb guy. He really
is. Very smart guy. But
and he's got a lot of good information. But his whatever you want to call it, TDS. He really hates Trump. Is Trump perfect?
Stage 4? Is stage 4?
Stage 4. You and I have both said it. He's not perfect. We know he's not perfect. But he's been a pretty damn good president, especially in such a short period of time.
I mean, this has been even way better. Yeah, way better than I even thought, for sure.
And I love it, and I'm sure I'm going to piss some people off, even though it kind of does have to do. The Department of Education it's on the chopping block. Yes, it takes a congressional act to dissolve it, but you can defund it and gut it, and then it's completely useless, right? I love what they're doing. Return it to the states where at least we have a chance then. So overturn this.
I don't want to get down too far of a path, but I just want to add one thing. They're bitching, saying forcing Trump. You have to hire back these people you fired from USAID. So if he has to do it, Clay, remember what Elon did when they said they can't take away their credit cards and he put $1 credit limit on it? Tell them you can all come back to work, but you know what you're working for? Minimum fucking wage. How's that grab you?
I guess you'd have to do a minimum wage.
Yeah, minimum wage. I'll bet you a fraction of them would come back, if any. So.
And I just before we came on air, I was listening to some of the news here on a different outlet talking about. Sounds like Trump's going to tell them to go pound sand.
Good,
and he should. These judges. I mean, what's next?
He's overstepping his boundaries. He doesn't have authority over the freaking president of the United States. You got it in your own district, dude.
Every agency is under the executive branch. Every single one. I think it's Article 2, Article 3. I think it's Article 2 of the Constitution. He has the sole.
It's Article T, actually.
Article T, yeah.
Oh, no!
These judges can freaking pound it because he does have constitutional authority to hire, fire, and regulate, appoint within his agencies under his executive branch. And he is the top man in the executive branch. It's that simple, whether they like it.
He's the boss. He's the boss of the government.
Absolutely.
You're not entitled to have people hired at the frickin' USAID or any of the other agencies. He can hire them and fire them. He can reduce the workforce. He
can hopefully do what he wants. I'm going to have. Remember what my main topic is. It's going to be crybaby feds who lost their jobs. And
that's Zach says the dollars spent are probably our tax dollars. They probably didn't spend anything. Doug says they're allowing illegals to become cops. No shit.
Chicago where they were going to do that? I don't even remember. But yeah, I remember.
I mean, they can't even speak English and they're freaking cops. Give me a break. Zach Meyer, you're still racist, JD. Shut the fuck up. I mean, some of them can. It's true. I mean, how the hell?
Very true. Yeah.
I mean, a bunch of them can. If the mainstream media didn't exist, Trump would be way more loved. Oh, 100%. 2A701. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. In fact, I got some 2A701 gear. Damn good, President. I'm even going to go farther. He's one of the best, man, for sure in my lifetime. People might not. I think he's better than Reagan, actually. And you can put his record for conservatism against Reagan's, and I think Trump will probably beat him. They're both big spenders, but Reagan spent them to crush Russia, and Trump's doing it to. I'm not getting into that shit. Brian Warner. The only way to tell a lib is lying is because their scuzzbag larva mouth is moving. That's exactly right. I added a little bit to that for you, Brian.
I see that.
I need an auto pen to get all my friends out of all the trouble we got in. Yeah.
Yeah. Been there, done that.
Biden didn't even know he signed shit, man. That's, Jackson told go ahead, Clayton.
Oh, Jackson told SCOTUS to go pound sand also. Good. He said they have their opinions. Let them enforce them. I have an army. I have the army. Yep, that's right. Exactly.
So Ronnie Jackson, right? Was he Trump's doctor the first?
I don't even remember. Yeah,
I think he was. Remember he gave Trump.
Refresh us. We don't remember.
Yeah, I think he gave Trump the physical, and he's like, man, the guy's in great shape, and the liberals got all pissed. He eats McDonald's, and he's a big fat bastard. There's no way you're lying. And
never touched alcohol. That guy. I can't say that.
Okay, Clay, I got to say something funny. Yeah. You can get to but did you see where Biden was sleeping on the beach, and Trump's like, never underestimates Joe's ability to sleep anywhere.
Well, it's the truth, isn't it? He's doing what he does.
Funny. All right, Clay.
I thought that was a great article, and you're right. And this is the next step. That's what liberals do. That's what our opponents do. They are always working and looking for the next golden opportunity. Never let a good thing go to waste, right? And
right,
that's exactly what they're trying to do. They rebrand it, they relabel it, call it an epidemic, call it a pandemic. Andrew Jackson. That's what I thought it was.
Old Stonewall.
Oh, Stonewall was great, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We won't even get into that.
He's damn good military, but yeah.
We could just do a whole thing on history, but no, we won't do that.
One of these days.
But anyway, that's what they do. They always keep fighting. They never give up, and that's why we can't let up. I know it seems like it's repetitious, and to the people we talk to in the circles we run, it is. And they get complacent. Don't get complacent. When we get complacent, when they win. You realize they don't win unless we get complacent and don't do anything.
I mean, honestly, Clay, the Democratic Party's like the Chinese, man. They're always looking like 200 years ahead, and the Republicans, which much to our detriment, don't a lot of times don't seem like they're looking that far ahead for shit. So
they don't, and you can organize them all once in a while, and when we do, man, we're a powerful voice. We just saw it in November, right? And then things get good, and like, okay, well, I go back to my comfortable life, and I don't want no problems or make no waves, and I want to go to my ball games, and I don't want to do this, and blue hoo. And guess what? All of a sudden, new laws are passed they hate, and then they get fired up again.
Just like a fighter who kicks everybody's ass, and then he's in that one fight and lets his hands down and gets decked, and it's over, and he goes just like tapping to Tyson downhill.
Yep, absolutely. Well, tell you, before I go into mine, let's go ahead and let's do our first ad. I think this is a good
sounds good, buddy.
Then we'll come back here and we'll go into what poor little whiny government workers are crying. They got fired. Oh well. Anyway, we'll be right back.
Let me see your war face. That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website.
And we're back.
Hey, did you get that text I sent you?
I did not. I was dicking
Conor
around.
McGregor, big Trump man, just announced he's running for president of Ireland.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, Conor. If you ever, whatever you think of Conor McGregor, if you hear Conor talk,
Yeah,
Conor actually is when he's talking. Yeah, Conor is pretty much like a Trump guy. He knows Ireland's getting overrun with illegals and the government screwing the people over there and it's blowing money on shit. So good luck to you, Conor. I mean, I rooted against you and for you, but I think his mind's on the right track now. So
Jane's evidently not listening tonight. But hey, from Horton Laser Crap. But she sent me a picture. Our keychains are done. Can't probably see
nice.
So
we'll bring some up to the Ironside Steel Challenger.
They'll be there. They'll definitely be there. They're an acrylic keychain. They got our logo. I think you guys will like them. They're not the most expensive thing in the world, but they're kind of a cool little thing. I kind of like.
Doesn't matter. They are cool because you're repping the brand, baby.
That's right. Hey, Twitter or X, I guess, viewers. Let's see how far we can push this number tonight. We got some pretty good viewership there. Again, share it, tell your friends, send it to them, tell them to tune in.
Absolutely.
We want to keep spreading this. So
X has been doing good for us, guys. And if you know anybody who's on social media, and I hate Facebook, and get on X.
Get on X,
man, because you can say and do what not anything you want, but pretty much. Connor's a wild man. Yeah, he is.
Yep. Hey, think about this. You got there's a lot of great guys in these other countries that are getting elected because they're following the Trump formula. Essentially, that's a good thing.
And hey, I think April 2nd they're having a snap election in Canada. It's going to be the Trump guy versus an absolute.
It's going to be good, ain't it?
It's a freaking nut he's running against that got appointed there now.
I still love it when Trump calls him governor.
He's out. That's this other guy.
Trudeau's out.
This guy's, I think he's worse than Trudeau.
Yeah, he's a moron.
I don't know if he's worse, but he's more of a cocky ass about it. So
I think he's more socialist, more commie. I think he really leans hard there. But yeah. All right, so I'm going to get to mine. And this guy found this in Field and Stream, and that's why I put it in here tonight. Yeah, the way the story is written and the article, poor little guy that got fired. Well, as we all know, 2 million federal workers received what? An email out of Elon Musk's office said, "Hey, guess what, guys? We're gonna give you a shot. You can resign and take a buyout," which a bunch of them did. What was it? Something like, I want to say 100,000, something like that. I don't even remember, but some of them took the offer. And then a bunch of them didn't. So when it went out in the email, here's kind of the numbers. And then this happened on Valentine's Day, which I thought was kind of funny. You had about 1,000 National Park Service people canned, 4,300 U.S. Forest Service people canned, and about 420 at the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. And I remember, I know some people that work in those agencies, and some of them got canned, some of them didn't. Some of them were crying about it. And I go, well, now you know what the real world's like. When there's no money and times are tough, real businesses shrink and they lay off people. Okay? Well, evidently, that's kind of what I compare this to. Trump's a businessman. Elon's a businessman. Elon fired 80% of the Twitter people. It's running like a freaking top. And his stock.
Yeah, remember they said it was going to collapse after he did that.
Yep. And it actually got better, stronger, and more efficient. And now the stock is right there where it was when he bought the company. Has it even been maybe 2 years? I don't even think it's been 2 years. So hats off. It shows what happens when you streamline your business and run it efficiently. Well, that's what we're doing now. But if you read this article, you can tell that the writer, oh, the sky is falling, right? Oh, nothing's going to get done, and the trails aren't going to get cleared, and they're going to have to close down parks. I want to know why on earth you have to close down a lot of them parks. You know, you look at Yellowstone, you got to pay to get in there. You know, this is a publicly held land, but you got to pay to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, you can take firearms in. By the way, thank you, George W. He's the one who made that happen. But why do all these things have to close? They're dirt trails. If there's a log, walk over the son of a bitch. Are you that stupid?
Well, I mean, somebody with a freaking pickup or side-by-side or foiler is going to pull the fucker out of the way anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I bet you people would take care of that themselves if you let them. I've been to a lot of these parks, and the reason people don't do nothing is because they're so afraid they're going to get in trouble. Oh, you can't touch that piece of wood. It might be a very great artifact.
Get your chainsaw and cut it in half. Whoa, shit, I ain't going to prison. I'll be a felon.
Yeah. And, you know, I use Yellowstone because you got the Yellowstone Lake there. Pretty sure the fish will bite whether you guys got a job or not. Pretty positive of it. And Yellowstone Lake, as far as these guys, there's actually cracks, and I don't know if anyone knows this, in the bottom of Yellowstone Lake that's emitting basically warm water. There's, you know, it's think about where Yellowstone sits, which is affecting salmon and affecting trout and affecting all these things. There's nothing you can do about it anyway. You can't close up the earth cracks. You can't do it. Plain and simple. So, I mean, when I look at some of the projects, and that's why I brought that up, because I was looking at
pump some CO2 in there.
Yeah, go ahead and put drill, baby, drill. Anyway, they're talking about how you're going to have stalled fisheries. You're going to have an understaffed fire season now. You know what? I've been a fireman since I was 21 years old or so when I moved out here. I'm 50 now. I don't do a lot of it anymore, but I'm still a fireman and still got the training. I can tell you right now, volunteer fire departments, I've worked side by side by Forest Service, they can fuck off. Okay. They do their government in the box, regulated, everything fits one size plan and run around. And to me, they caused us more problems than they did help us when they'd show up on our fires. I can tell you right now, if you got good trained volunteers in the private sector, by the way, there's a ton of people that have private sector firefighting crews that go on these fires, and they'll still do that. Now, will the feds pay them? Maybe not, but I bet you the states do. A lot of states have their own fire compensation funds. You know, hell, North Dakota's got fire districts that are funded. So don't give me this crap. Again, they're trying to scare people that, oh, without the federal government, oh my God, the sky is falling. No, it's not. We're going to be okay. I went to, when I was reading this thing, I'm reading a bunch of these. They give this whole, and I call it emotional reporting. They give me their background, and this guy, oh my God, he's got a 4-year-old now, or 4-month-old, whatever it was, 4-month-old baby. What's he going to do now? Well, I guess he'll have to go find a job. You know,
just like I'd have to if my
or
job.
me or you or anybody. If you lose your job, what do? Do you cry about it and say, oh, I was fired with no reason? You know how many times I've been fired from a job for no reason? It's happened a couple times.
There are probably a bunch of them are probably liberals, and they got a very high opinion of their own IQ, so it should be easy as pie to find yourself a job with that high freaking IQ.
Yeah, well, I like this, Jamie, and I'm going to ask you this one. Other of these people, they were newly promoted and just got off their probationary periods, but none of them made more than $70,000 a year.
Oh, gee, peanuts, 70,000, huh? I'd freaking love to make $70,000.
I thought you might like. Wouldn't you like to make that 70,000?
If I made 70,000, I'd have a lot less worries in my life financially. So
I mean, that's
I'm not feeling sorry for that.
And then the one guy on here, he's like, "Well, I lost my health care now, and I don't do this for." In the first paragraph, he talked about, we ain't doing this for the money. I only make $45,000. Remember, this guy's only been there a year, and he was kind of doing part-time seasonal work.
Not bad for part-time seasonal first year.
I didn't think it was. And then they promoted him to a full-time and left. It sounded like his pay was his base, but he got all the benefits then. And he said, well, we don't do this for the money. And then turns around and talks about, now I'm losing all my great benefits from my dream job. So your dream job was to work for the federal government and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service? I think you could have done a lot better in the private sector. And then they started bitching about how, Well, there's no jobs in the private sector. Most of them are full, or you can't do what I do. And then you look at what some of their jobs are, they probably don't exist in the private sector because there's no call for it. I mean, some of these people, the job titles they got, I'm like, you're probably right.
Like Dougie says here in the comments, they should learn to code. Joe Biden, remember Joe Biden?
Yeah, that's right. He did
pipeline workers and coal workers, learn to code, man. Anybody can code.
Yeah. I can tell you, not everybody can code. I've looked at that, and it's tough.
I might be able to learn it. I might not be a good coder.
But I just...
Probably about as good as I've been at code talking in World War II. But
like this guy, Aiden Kolotsky, or Kolotsky, whatever that. I can't even pronounce these guys' names. Anyway, he left his job, and then he was a guiding. He did guiding, and he helped hunters. I packed meat from the Game Rich Forest, blah, blah, blah. And I worked as a part-time guy. Then 5 years ago, I landed this job in my small home valley with the United States Forest Service. And he goes on and on and on about how it's his dream. That seemed to be every one of these guys when they interviewed is their dream job. So their dream job was to leech off of the government teat.
Well, they'd probably like to go around and give tickets or something. I don't know.
They probably did. What I think's funny is they were all complaining because it happened. How cruel and heartless it was because it happened on Valentine's Day. Who cares? You know what? I think Valentine's Day was a Friday, so that was your last day of the week. That's probably why it happened. No, it was.
Get used to Cobra.
Yeah.
Isn't that like some government health insurance thing?
Cobra is what the law means is if you lose your job, you can keep your health insurance. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it's for 1.5 years, but you have to pay the premium now.
I thought he meant like they were going to watch that old Stallone movie with a match in their mouth.
Cobra? Oh my God. It's a horrible movie. Brian Warner, come on out to oil country. We will weed out the non-hackers. They can get fired from a real job. I love that. That's just it. There's no practical uses for your damn lesbian studies degree.
Yeah, right. No shit. I know we missed a bunch of these comments. Let me back up.
Go for it. Back up and hit them. This stuff just,
So Brian says, where the heck was that? When some comments just don't make it here, but don't take it personal, LOL. I'm not sure what that comment was.
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
I don't know. It didn't make it, it said. Maybe X. Because Clay and I aren't fact checkers here and none of that shit. So Canada's a Chinese state. The communists will win. I mean, maybe, but I heard a lot of people said they wouldn't let Trump win either, and he freaking broomed that ass.
Too big to rig, man. Too big to rig.
Yeah, I have to tell Zach says I have to tell my boss 5 things I have done on starting at 6 a.m. every day. I have to justify with every one of my hands, and I do every day. It's not that hard. Yeah, exactly. I don't even know if he wanted them to justify anything. He just wanted them to say what the hell they did. It was a way to show that they were actually at work and they couldn't do it.
That was the main point. They were showing there was some people that weren't even there anymore, and they were getting a check. Where was them checks going? That's what sparked that. So he said, "I want to know 5 things you did for the week."
Yeah.
That's not an unheard of thing either.
I'm laughing at this comment by Two Ways. He says, Ukraine, quote, installed a comedian, which they did. Connor's T levels and IQ points are much higher. It'd be a welcome change from the soy boys running the once great country. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Amen. I can't wait to see you this weekend there, next weekend there. I think he's coming, isn't he?
Yeah, he is coming. He's bringing his dog with that he got from Marty, and he's bringing Junior with too. Dead Wolf Resistance 13. Get them out of the way. Absolutely. LOL, there's so many jobs in North Dakota. If you're poor, it's your fault. Come up here if you're a Republican, but if you're a Democrat,
we got no work for you.
Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come.
Remember Kamala said, do not, and then Trump, I'm going to come. But Dead Wolf Valentine's Day ? What the fuck is that? Never heard of it. And it's expensive, yeah.
It was a holiday created by the flour and the candy people and the card people.
Okay, Brian says you guys don't weed them out, but some comments just don't come through to the live stream. I went on X too, and it wasn't even there was like none on there. They're not on like our X page, but they are coming through. So I don't doubt you, Brian. Some shit happens. Like last Saturday, if you listen, it like double fed, and I couldn't get. But it's working now. So are we getting any from Facebook? I guess I didn't even look, Clay.
I haven't been paying attention either.
I don't think we are.
I see nothing coming in from Facebook.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll tell you what, I'm going to check Facebook because I swear I saw some comments on there on a break. So let me check. If you're listening on Facebook, you're like, hey, we might have a Houston. We might have a problem.
I don't see any coming in over there, honestly.
Damn, we might have an issue here with this. Oh yeah, we got 5 comments here, Clay. Let me get to these.
Go for it.
Sorry, coming. Okay, yeah. Jane
Horton.
Here
they're coming. Dave said, "Hey, there's one."
Okay, Doug Thompson, Jane Horton, and Corey Merriman. Okay. Good evening, fellas. Yeah, it came through. Good evening, MVEs are coming through, but not on Facebook. It's like some weird thing coming through on. I don't know what to say there. Not the comments again. Oh my God, it's not Saturday again, JD. Don't do it.
There. Corey's just came in and said comment. So okay.
Maybe Facebook's. We had like 4 or 5 people watching there. So
Uncle Zuck whipped you off.
Zuck, yeah, he. All right. Anyhow, Clay.
So I guess they're kind of coming. I guess here once in a while, but I don't know what to say. I'll tell everybody about Facebook. Just go over to X and you're good. Brian says they zapped you for holding that cartridge. Well, yeah, maybe they did. I don't doubt it, but I mean, it's just a little.
Well, Jason Penny right there. Show for work on time. Put on proper PPE. Do handle the cross shift head. Do walk around check for leak, ticks and knocks. Charge bops. Talk to cross shift operator. Do a brake inspection. Got the doghouse safety meet with company man and crew. This is all before 7 a.m. That's a lot of shit, Jason. I appreciate that.
Out in the field, and Jason's good hand out there.
Appreciate you getting oil out of the ground so I can live my life and with relative ease and drive my vehicles. I do appreciate that.
And I'm glad because I drive a big vehicle with a diesel. I let it run just for fun.
Hey, did you see that video? And there all them people are on the bridge protesting Elon and his Teslas, and the dude come by with a diesel and sooted him. Just freaking laid it on him hard. It was freaking awesome.
I like my. I can't do that with my new one. They're my newer one. My old one was great. I had a tuner in there, the one where you turn the knob. That was the very first one. You just turn that baby up to.
Oh, this guy just laid it on him all the way across. It was freaking great, man. All right, Clay, 8:40. Should we do our second ad and come back and get into some mag dump?
I think we should. I think we've hammered this enough. Bottom line is the federal workers, they're getting a dose of reality like most of us, you and me and everybody that listens to this, has lived with our entire life. There's always a chance of being fired. Quit crying about it. Go find some new work. Change your job. Do whatever you need to do. But quit bitching about it. Yeah, you had a cushy job, maybe your dream job. It's gone now. Move on. It's that simple.
Corey says, what about Tampon's Tim to order douche canoe? Yeah, Tampon Tim said he's pretty sure he could beat the shit out of any Republican. I'll tell you what.
I'll take that challenge.
You bring the paper and sign it, so if I beat the living piss out of you, you can't come back and sue me, and I'll freaking do it anytime you want, you freaking baby fat freaking beta boy soy bitch.
And we'll broadcast it live and charge admission.
I'm so sick of these guys running. He's run his mouth before on that shit. Biden ran his mouth with that shit. And I ain't saying there ain't leftists that can kick my ass out there, but there ain't no way that beta boy governor there'd have a fucking chance. So
none whatsoever.
And I'm probably older than that fucking tump of shit. So
with that, we're gonna take our next break, pay some bills. We'll come back and dump the mags. There we go.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
258-6308. Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger, to essential extras from Magpul, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
At Horton Laser Craft, we believe in the power of personalization. Whether it's a cherished memory, a special occasion, or a unique gift, our custom laser engraving brings your vision to life. Our expert craftsmen and state-of-the-art technology ensure every piece is a work of art. From personalized decor to one-of-a-kind keepsakes, Horton Lasercraft makes every moment unforgettable. Horton Lasercraft is owned and operated by a local veteran and his wife located near Thunderhawk, South Dakota. They provide custom laser products at a reasonable price, and their turnaround time is fast and efficient.
Custom board cutting, glassware, decanter sets, mugs, assorted stainless steel jewelry, assorted tags, decor, custom acrylic nightlights, and much, much more.
Call them up at 605-545-7535. Horton Lasercraft, where memories are engraved.
All right, and we are back. I stepped outside. My goodness, it's nice here tonight. I don't know, that's great, but
first day of spring, Clay.
First day of spring. Hey, check this out. We are up to 71 from what we can see. I went over there and checked out Kick. It looks like we got one over there, so there's 72. We got about, looks like Rumble about 11, so that puts us up over 80, 83. And I didn't check out the website. So, hey, keep it coming. Let's see if we can hit that 100 mark tonight.
Awesome.
And most of it's coming on X, so we appreciate you over there.
I'm looking forward to summer. I can do this in my sleeveless hoodie again.
There you go. I want to do one announcement here. That's that deal you sent me. It's from Mandan Sporting Goods, and one of our sponsors here.
Yeah.
Mandan's Monday Night Cruise Night, powered by Mandan Sporting Goods. Event will be held on the second Monday of every month, starting April 14th. Then it'll come May 12th, June 9th, July 14th, August 11th, September 8th, and October 13th. And we'll put this on here quite often. Starting point for the event will be at Mandan Sporting Goods parking lot at 5:30, with the route to be predetermined before each event. Meeting back at Mandan Sporting Goods parking lot around 7 o'clock p.m. That's Central Time for food and beverages. After each event, there'll be a 50-50 raffle for a gun. which 50% of the profit will go to charity. Aniline's Believers. Have to go check it out. I don't know what that is, but we'll go check it out. Sponsors, as known, are S&S Transmission, Sean's Repair, Mild to Wild Motorsports, Butcher Block Meats, Cloverdale Foods, Xander's Body Shop, Napa of Mandan, being powered by, of course, Mandan Sporting Goods. There may be more sponsors that will be added. I'll keep everyone informed if we need to add anyone that joins. Thanks, Brandon from Mandan Sporting Goods. All right, thank you very much.
And what Brandon told me is everybody's going to show up at whatever time there, Clay, and then somebody's going to kind of lead them on a, like a hot rod drive around. They're going to go to one or two pubs and then come back to Mandan Sporting Goods, big new parking lot there. And Brandon's going to have the grill going and brats and burgers and have a good time. Talk some hot rods and guns and freedom.
Well, it's like I told you, I'm kind of excited to hear this because with that 62, even though I won't have the body work and stuff done, it's definitely going to be tuned up and ready to rock and roll. And I might have to participate in one. I'll have to pick you up and we'll go cruising in the 62.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome, man. Love it.
Well, why don't you dump on us?
Yeah. I got two short ones here. Well, this one it might take me long to get through those. A lot of stuff in a short. It's a short article, really, here. But
okay.
So a lot of people like to shed hunt, Clay, and I do know people who go over to Montana and do some shed hunting. And Montana could become the latest Western state to regulate shed antler hunting if a new bill in the state's House of Reps goes on to become law. It's called House Bill 363. It would establish separate licensing fees for in-state and out-of-state antler hunters and impose a waiting period for non-residents on certain tracts of state-owned land. I mean, I'm all right. I like it when North Dakota people get a head start on out-of-state people, too, to be honest with you. But it wouldn't apply to landowners collecting sheds on their private property. The bill's text states the measure received an initial hearing in the House Fish, Wildlife, and Parks Committee on Tuesday, February 4th. This is way back. I checked. I didn't see any movement on it, to be honest with you.
I didn't either when I went over and looked at it, too.
The bill proposes a $10 fee for annual shed hunting license for residents and $50 non-resident license. License holders will be allowed to collect naturally shed antlers or deadheads from deer, elk, and antelope as long as the animal died from natural causes. I mean, if you shoot it, you can't go over and grab it right away then. A license, as stated, a license is not required by a landowner, their immediate family, or the landowner's employees or on the landowner's land. The bill goes on to state, I read that weird, and it wouldn't apply to the collection of bighorn sheepheads, which are already highly regulated by Montana Fish and Wildlife. The bill doesn't call for an official shed hunting season. I always thought there was one.
Well, some states have it, some don't. I imagine they're going to have to implement one, though, if they're going to do
that. I think they say Idaho and Wyoming have one, right, in here?
I think Idaho. I don't know about North Dakota. It seems like North Dakota has some, but I don't remember.
It says it would give the resident shed hunters, they get an 8-day head start on certain state-managed properties and are closed during colder months to protect wintering elk and deer herds. Understandably, you don't run them around and people are... And this echoes similar regulations imposed by Wyoming, which closes the western part of the cowboy state to shed hunting until May 1st. May 1st for residents and May 8th for non-residents. There are no fees for resident shed hunters in Wyoming. Non-residents must purchase a conservation stamp. Conservation stamp.
Yeah. Oh, that's
that's funny. To gather antlers on public lands west of the Continental Divide. Those regulations were signed in 2023. So,
and I think, would you say that non-residents is 200? Is that what you said in Wyoming?
No. In Wyoming, it's the conservation stamps 21. And in Idaho here,
there you go.
Yeah, the Gem State wants to collect and transport shed antlers from moose, elk, deer, and pronghorn. Must first purchase a big game hunting license, which runs around $200. Idaho has enacted complete shed hunting closures in the past year. In the past, they wrote this weird year to take pressure off deer and elk herds struggling with high winter mortality.
Because they didn't write it. They wrote it with AI, probably.
Yeah. Utah passed a law in 2024 that grants the state's Division of Wildlife authority to enact shed hunting rules and seasons.
Yeah. Did you read what Marilyn Marler representative, she told them.
No, I just saw it at the bottom. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah, I get a kick out of it. Montana's shed hunting bill is intended to curb trespassing on privately owned winter ranges and tamp down conflicts spurred by the intense competition for valuable antlers. I get a kick how she added valuable antlers. And regulate a lucrative commercial market for shed antlers that's exploded in recent years. Shed hunting, this is her quote, shed hunting has become really big business because you can sell antlers for a lot of money now per pound, she says. But it's not about money, is it? No, you know what?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like.
They're pissed off that there's a viable market for a naturally occurring thing that happens every single year, and they're not getting their cut.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah, she goes on there, the last part here. There are places where herds congregate by the hundreds, and when the sheds come off, people know where to go to get them. That can lead to trespassing and overcrowding.
Yeah. Well, I like how they tout this. She does is it's, we're going to help out the private landlords. We're going to help them out. Going to cut down the trespass. Really? You think the $10 license fee
or $50 for an out-of-stater
from somebody or $50 for is going to do crap for that when they can make hundreds of dollars per pound? No, it's not going to do anything. You're still going to have trespassing. You guys just want to cut. You want to taste it. You want to wet your beak like they do in the Godfather.
Just a little wet my beak.
That's why.
Wrap that towel around there.
I would never support this bill if I was a legislator because there's no reason for it. It does nothing but collect $10.
I'm going to get to a few of these comments we missed here. Jason Penny. I know how to wrestle. Yeah, that's it. Timmy said he knows how to wrestle. It's going to be a WWE. What's funny is if you look at Gavin Newsom's face when Wall said that, he was like, "Really, dude? Did you just freaking say that, you dumbass?" Dave says, "JD, how do you really feel?" I feel like I could beat his ass is what I feel like. Brian Waters, say when, Timmy. I know Brian could do it. Timmy wants some WWE shit. Brian would slam him through a few tables for sure. I have the sausage making table. He'd stop. I don't want to wreck that table. I make my sausage and put him through the card table, Brian. Zach Meyer says, I'll drink a bottle of Buffalo Trace before, and Tampon Tim still wouldn't stand a chance. I got another one. Tell us how you really feel, JMO. I know I got fired up when he said that. It was like he was talking to me through it pissed me off bad. Courtney says Minnesota has some big fraud problems. He should work on fixing that instead of touring the country trying to change Republicans' minds and act like a badass. I added the last part.
No, absolutely.
Zach Meyer, absolutely. JD, you got to rock a Hawaiian shirt. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'm gonna cut the sleeves off though. I'm a sleeveless.
You know what? Maybe when it gets nice here, Jay, maybe I'll go buy one and maybe we'll wear Hawaiian.
Do it. I know Axe has it. We can do a range day. Axe looks like Hawaiian. If you look closer, it's all like little AR-15s on there, I think.
Well, I've seen him wear that Hawaiian shirt.
He definitely does it justice. He looks good when he wears it. And matter of fact, here, Doug Wolf, a license for shed hunting now. WTF? Yeah, 2A701. Come on! 3 exclamation points. All about the money. Sounds like a Me Too tag. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just like, it reminds me of, really when South Dakota did it on their vehicles. Oh, we're not raising licenses this year, but $5 wheel tax. And that's what they did. I'm surprised.
Well, now they're talking about I'm going to let you get to yours. I just want to say this. North Dakota's talking about like a 3-cent gas tax. I'm like, we have so much goddamn money and you guys want
more tax, more money, want more. It never ends.
You know what this is? This would be a good veto pin.
That's right. Kelly.
So I was texting with my senator today, Cleary, and I said, "What's the deal with Prairie Public?" And he said they get zero funding because I sent him a few texts and I said, if you guys want to dole out some money to Prairie Public, I mean, GAT701 could use some state funding, and we're actually producing it right. And I go, it would be great just to hear the lamentations of the House and Senate if you gave us money. And then he sent me one back. He said, I had literally LOL'd when you said to hear their lamentations because that's exactly what would happen. I know. Senator Cleary wants to set aside $100,000. Very generous of you. We will approve that. Please rubber stamp that, Governor.
I was glad to see that his resolution went down in flames. I'm glad to see that. That was a dumb one that was on the gaming thing. So yeah, JD for governor.
I mean, I don't know if I want to be governor, but if Kelly could make up a Second Amendment thing for me and Clay, it would. Like Michael Bell said, he'd be all on board. He said he'd push that every day if you and I were teaching kids gun safety and Second Amendment rights.
Rather than, when Biden made the office for gun violence or whatever, we could have the office for 2A promotion and safety.
So one of the things I'm going to hit on Todd's show, Clay, and then I want you to hit your topic, but we are going to talk about some things Pam Bondi did. There was a bunch of butthurt people pissing and moaning. I told you she was anti. Their stories changed quite rapidly, and she's just begun. So,
yes, she has. Guys, before I do this, let's remember, he hasn't even been there a year. We are 2 months, 2.5 months, okay, into
where's
the
Max
new
Baucus?
term. So, I mean, it seems like he's been there and done so much in a year, but we're not even started yet. Give these people time. They're uncovering they truly are. They're uncovering the bodies. They're making do.
I like that analogy.
Give them some time. Yeah, I mean, and they know where they're at. They're just gonna dig them up, and they're doing it.
Where's Josh Patterson? He's a backhoe operator, man. We get Josh running for.
Oh yeah, Josh.
I think the Class B's going on, and his boy play. I don't know if Kildear's playing, but you get all wrapped up in the whole thing and who your teams, which is understandable. I get that. Josh is extremely dedicated fan of GAT701. So.
I literally just told that to someone. What's this? Clay's mouth is like an old karate movie. A lot of movement, don't match the word. Oh my god, am I that bad?
He's a ventriloquist, man. But I'm going to beat your ass, Timmy. Now we go, yeah.
But if we're sitting here a year later and we're talking about the same, then we got a problem. But I don't think we're going to be at that point. So
I mean, 4D chess is a real thing.
Been less than 60 days. Exactly.
Yeah, I saw people going ape shit. Trump wasn't really 2A on social media, gumshoe, and and Pam Bondi was a scumbag piece of shit and a real. And guess what? I wasn't worried because I know shit. The plate is full here, like Clay said. He's just
yes. I mean, think about this. He's damn near got the Russia and Ukraine thing settled. Think about that.
Yeah. And I just saw an alert came through. Shockingly, a New York court denied like 80,000 illegals the right to be citizens and vote here.
I heard that too. That was a win. I mean, things are changing all up and down. They truly are, and it's because he's in the office. And I think people don't feel afraid anymore. Old Kung Fu Clay. Great.
Oh shit,
great.
that might stick.
Nickname. I gonna say, I need a nickname.
Well, Clay's dropping weight. He might be jumping around doing them 360 helicopter chin kicks here pretty quick.
I was 219 the other day. I was 220 this morning, and that was after I had breakfast. So now I've been starting to do a little exercising
nice work, buddy. Keep it up.
Feet. I can tell you right now, I'm working toward my goal is to get to 215, but I'm not going to stop there. But I'll let you know.
Look like freaking Rambo on 280.
maybe Rambo.
Put on that Trump wig, and then we'll tie that deal around your head.
All wrinkly and
Well, Rambo wouldn't 50 when he. All right, Clay, go for it, buddy.
So let's hit this. This comes from our neighbor to the south. South Dakota seems like they're always ahead of North Dakota when it comes to protection of the 2A. And here they did it again. South Dakota legislature, they passed a bill called Bill 1218. I actually pulled the bill up and read it. That was pretty good. This measure will allow individuals to carry concealed pistols in establishments where more than half of the income is derived from the sale of alcohol.
Okay, hold on, Clay. What's the meaning of that?
So you've always been able to carry in a facility that served alcohol where 51% of their sales came from food or other than alcohol. Okay, that was always the rule. Well, now this bill is going to let them do it. Doesn't matter if it's more than that. So essentially what this will do is it'll let them go into an establishment that serves alcohol. Doesn't matter if it's 50%. It really won't matter what percentage you'll be able to carry. Remember, the law still applies no matter what. You can carry, but you can't be drinking, not alcohol. That's always been the rule, and that's probably never going to change. So just keep that in mind. So there was a bunch of debate on this. It went to repeal the existing prohibition, which I just talked about in venues like this. But it actually specifically now says bars. Mm-hmm. Bars generally are just alcoholic sales.
So you can't drink when you're in there carrying, though, right? Or am I wrong on that? Or you can't have a certain BAC or what?
Nope, you can't have any. It used to always be. I got it pinned to my wall. But anyway, it used to just you could not drink, which that's going to be in any state, honestly. I think most states have that.
When you have a vodka on the rocks, who's going to know?
That's right. Carry concealed, you're good.
Tito's! Yeah.
And, of course, there was a lot of hubbub about it. So then they turned around. They threw an amendment in there. The Senate approved the amendment 30-4. I looked up the 4 nays. Yeah, Democrats, most of them women. Just so you know, that's the real number. They were 4 Democrats, and 3 of them were a woman. Well, and most of them were in the Minnehaha area in South
That's Dakota. Right, Matt.
What Matt have to say?
But aiming fluid.
Aiming fluid. There you go. It's only legal if you get caught, too. Yeah. Corey says effing ski resort. So.
A bunch of Ukraine money. They're building a ski resort with it over there.
Nice.
I mean, I like to ski, and so does Zach. But
so anyway, then this bill went back to the House in South Dakota, and there was a bunch of deliberation. They couldn't come to any kind of conclusion. Then there was a formation of a conference committee to reconcile. After reconciliation, the House went ahead with it with a 56-14 vote in favor.
Crushed it.
They did. And I went and looked up, and it was funny. The 14, there's about 50-50 Republicans, Democrats in there, in that 14 that voted no against it. And the Republicans that voted no against it, one was from the Black Hills. You guys need to get rid of that cocksucker.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and from Rapid City. The rest of them were all East River. Vermilion. And if you looked at their, then, you'll look at their profiles. One of them was a retired officer. Several of them were governmental bureaucrats. One of them was a retired educator, is what it said. I don't know where, it didn't say. So
ready for my education.
And these were the Republicans that voted no. I was like, wow, really? So they do exist, but not, of course, like.
I mean, the good news is real Republicans pass this baby with flying colors.
I did go on and look. It's still sitting there. No action's been taken to the governor. It has been sent to Governor Roden. Roden better mind his P's and Q's. He's kind of people know who he is in South Dakota, but he's not exactly. He don't carry Kristi Noem, fame. He can't just show up and get voted for.
Has he been doing good though? I thought he's been signing some good bills down there.
He has been, but he's got to run. See, he's going to have to run because the term.
Hopefully, when he runs, by that point, he's not Governor Rodent.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's why you're seeing him. And I'm telling you, South Dakota compared to North Dakota is more 2A. They just are.
Yeah.
They pass stuff way quicker.
Oh, yeah.
I can remember when I was working in that arena. I can tell you right now, it was easier to get stuff through the South Dakota legislature than it ever was through the North Dakota one. It always was 3 to 5 years behind South Dakota.
So the businesses that don't want this, Clay, they can still put a sign up that says no guns allowed. So
they still can do that.
You can't force that on people.
And that's fine. We also have the right to not shop there. Zach, by Rapid City is like Fargo. No, Rapid is not that Fargo, but you have segments of it.
Oh, we got a bunch of comments we got to catch up on when you're done here, which we will, because the comments are going off. I'm loving it. If you hear me laughing now, and I'm not laughing at Clay, I see a comment and I can't help it.
I did find one thing interesting, that it lines with Minnesota and Montana. So I went.
Yeah, that's what I thought was strange too.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, you can in Minnesota. It kind of will be. It's similar. Of course, there's a lot. They don't have.
Hey, don't worry. Hulk Hogan's going to change that if he's elected again.
There you go. I'm just telling you, I was shocked to see Minnesota and Montana didn't surprise me. So I love this, but you get this. So you will look at all the testimony. One of the opponents, and I looked it up because they mentioned it here, South Dakota Retailers Association. Why in the hell would they even want to be involved in this? It's already says in it that it's going to be up to each individual business owner.
Oh,
I can tell you, in from the testimony I was listening to, they're a bunch of cockroaches.
Yeah.
This bill is not going to harm a business.
Well, they expressed concern about the sudden nature of the amendment and the potential implications for business owners and patrons. There are no fucking implications.
No, you're going to have more of them, probably.
They called for more time to discuss and review the bill's impact. Roll it up on a piece of paper like this and shove it up your freaking bunghole. That's an impact there.
There you go. Boom. So I'll keep you posted on this as soon as Governor Roden actually signs this.
Still Roden for now.
Yep, still Roden. And I will go ahead and probably either be on this show or be on Todd's show, and I can let everybody know. Hopefully he does it soon.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good one there,
Again,
Clay.
South Dakota's ahead of us.
I mean, that's like a happy ending, really.
Almost, yeah.
So I'll go back here to some of these comments. Zach, how about the press secretary, though? What a smoke show. Absolutely. She is a smoke show. Republicans got the hottest freaking politicians going right now. Easily.
Always do.
2A, get a little A-team action going. Absolutely. Yeah, so for sure, 2A701's B.A. Baracus.
So what the hell is a crazy helicopter pilot? Is that me?
Yeah, maybe I'll be face man. I don't. Hannibal's more of a. I don't know who's going to be Doug can be Hannibal.
Yeah, I'll be. What was that? Murdoch? Was that his name?
Yeah, Murdoch. Not Murdoch from Rambo. I'm coming to get you. Yeah, Murdoch. We need a hot chick for Amy Amanda Allen, though. Remember
there you go.
So yeah, ski resort. Yeah. Let's see here. It's only illegal if we got that one. Brian Warner, I have not yet begun to defile myself. Dave Fettig, I want a shot ski. Me too. We should almost have a shot ski for when we're done shooting out there at, Zach Meyer, Huff Hills for life! Exclamation point. Absolutely.
Diehard.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy
and
Beckman.
Anti-gunners.
Oh,
big time.
terrible.
They still own Laughing Sun Brewery?
Nah, I think they were friends with the Laughings. They were maybe initial investors. Laughing Son's owned by a straight up liberal himself.
Oh yeah, he was my commie company of the week one week. Remember?
You got that one about Rapid City. Dave Petty, the educator, must have been a guy who trained window lickers. Yeah, Zach Meyer. This is what I laughed about. Christy Nolan was a national treasure. I didn't laugh because I don't believe you, Zach. It's because I agree with you, and she is hot every time I see her. Come on. Let's see here. We can still ignore those signs. We do, exactly. And I'm guessing most people here do ignore that. Don't get all riled up on Nome again, he says.
Hey, everybody. With Rumble, we're only
Zach says, I see a lot of blue hairs in Rapid, and I go there 3 to 4 times a year, but I blend in because I look like a hippie. Yeah, you do. B.A., I pity the fool.
I just telling you, I did the numbers here with Rumble and everything.
You lost your mic there, Clay.
Really? Are you there?
Clay went dead air on us.
What the hell?
No, I mean,
Are you back?
Hold on a minute. Clay, my bad. I actually pushed against here and turned my.
I think I'm still here.
Yeah, I pity this fool. Have another beer, JD. This happened before. I just noticed it this time.
We're at 99 viewers right now with everything. So we need one more.
Yeah, Zach says JD and I have our picture on the wall still. Yeah, down at Huff. Absolutely, we do.
Oh, okay.
Best of my knowledge, I still hold the speed record down there.
There you go. Probably can't do it anymore, huh?
No, probably not. I don't know if I
closed now.
They opened back up again.
Okay.
They got their lease redone or whatever. So,
all right. Well, there we go.
Yeah. I tell you what, I got one more, Clay. It's a short one. Everybody's been hearing this. Did you hear about this? I've been hearing about it. The SIG P320s.
Yep, been hearing all about
that. There's a lawsuit here. Against SIG, alleging that its P320 pistol fired unintentionally. It has been officially dismissed by a federal court in Puerto Rico. The case, Barrios versus Sig Sauer, was voluntarily withdrawn by the plaintiff, Elvis Ramon Green Barrios, who admitted in court filings that his P320 had no defects and could not discharge without a trigger pull. The 320 lawsuit dismissed reinforces the reliability of the firearm. And so we got the ruling, a significant victory for SIG as it marks the 18th lawsuit dismissed involving similar claims against the P320. Right, and like I said, I've been seeing this all over the internet. I mean, Brandon Herrera and a bunch of fun. I mean, I love watching those guys, but I don't know if they're kind of, making fun of it or half-ass believe it or what. But I think I thought I saw one of them guys like do a drop test on it and it went off. Anyway, throughout the 3-year litigation process, the firearms manufacturer presented scientific evidence proving that the 320 is designed with multiple safety mechanisms and cannot fire without deliberate action on the trigger. Yeah. The latest lawsuit dismissed sets a precedent for future cases. And I'll read this short comment here, or statement from Samantha Pitt, 6 Hours Senior Director of Communications. Welcome the decision, stating we are extremely pleased with the results in this case, which further demonstrates what so many in our industry already know. The 320 cannot fire without the trigger being pulled, and it's the gold standard for safety, innovation, engineering, and quality among striker-fired pistols. Smith & Wesson's better. As we continue to put a rest to the malicious and misleading attacks against one of the most popular pistols ever made, we are committed to supporting the millions of law-abiding citizens, law enforcement agencies, and elite military units carrying our pistol every day around the world. So, perfect. I mean, at 18 cases already, I doubt SIG's paying 18 people off to drop cases. So, I mean, and I know people who own these, they've never had an issue with them. So,
no, they're a good pistol. By the way, we're over 100 now by about 3. So,
awesome.
That's great.
Dave says, get a titanium trigger blade, no problem ever.
Yeah, they're a great pistol. I never believed, well, you know what that was about. That was just someone, they were out there fishing, looking for money.
Yeah. All right, these firearm companies, let's take a pick on these guys.
I'm going to give you one quick one here, too.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
So, we've always talked about why don't these gun companies leave the liberal states out there? I realize they all originated out there, New York, Massachusetts. We all know this. Well, Henry Repeating Arms now, they've committed 100% of its operations to the state of Wisconsin. Now, we talked about, I believe it was, when they set up shop out there. Well, now they're moving everything out to Wisconsin. They're going to have, 3 new manufacturing facilities.
Yep.
They're going to transfer everything from Bayonne, New Jersey, into Rice Lake, and then 2 additional facilities nearby. They're also closing on a 3rd, and that's going to be in Ladysmith, Wisconsin, in midsummer 2025. And they basically say the strategic transition accommodates the need for increased production capacity and better supports the company's future growth driven by innovative firearms. Translation, we're getting out of the overtaxed commie eastern states, going to where it's not going to be as bad, and we're welcome.
I mean can I play devil's advocate on here?
Go for it.
You should have kept the semis going a lot farther west, at least to Bismarck, because Wisconsin, you ain't safe there.
No,
and they got a special election going on right now for their judgeship, and it could swing the balance of power in our House of Representatives with redistricting there. And the leftist judge there going against the constitutionalist, she is a freaking nut.
You're right. I imagine,
but it's better than where they came from. I will say that temporarily, if hopefully.
Anthony Imperato, he's the owner. He's been there since the beginning, and I'm sure.
Good dude, you met him. You know him, actually, right? You met him before?
I got to meet him and visit with him several times because he spent a lot of time helping out the NRA.
You're freaking paisan.
Make him an offer he can't refuse. But I can tell you right now, I'm guessing that when you look at where he come from to where he's going, probably looks like an oasis.
Right.
I know that at one time, a lot of these places were talking about moving farther out here. It probably was a little bit harder logistical as far as shipping, getting things in and out. And it probably could be, but I don't think that's an issue anymore.
I mean, hear me. Dave would be the guy to talk to on this, but hear me out here. You're in New Jersey, right, Clay? How would it be easier to ship from New Jersey without goddamn congestion and you're on one complete side? Granted, we're in the top of the United States, but we're not congested here. We got wide open freaking interstates.
I think it has to do more with resources. I mean, look at the steel industry. It's way closer to them out there. And they did use American steel. You've got the flights. You've got shipping. I mean, shipping's really easy to hit the water and go. But I don't know. I think he's going to do fine out there. And I think he will, honestly, he's always looking to expand, Henry. I mean, it's family owned since they started it.
Right.
And I have no doubt that he'll keep expanding. And I think we need, honestly, you want something for North and South Dakota. Why the hell don't we do something and have something?
I'm saying ammo manufacturer, man.
And goes and finds these businesses and said, hey, come here. I mean, why wouldn't they?
I mean, I'm still waiting for Gene Cox to buy that 223 Henry so he can give us a bring. I mean, I would have been a great gun to do the iron sight show. Zach says Wisconsin is full of sailors and queers. I was there for 18 months during COVID. And he says their liberals actually like to fight, too. Well, they tried it on what's his name there, and he busted out the AR on him. And
yeah, he took Rittenhouse. He took care of that shit in a hurry, didn't he?
Yeah. St. Rittenhouse.
Be careful, Tim. You get Rittenhoused.
It says being off I-90 and I-80 is more ideal, and shipping lanes and ports are better.
Yeah, probably. But you know what? I think it's a good move. They got the hell out of the East Coast, and to me, that's a plus. We'll see what happens in Wisconsin.
I mean, who's over there yet? Savage?
You know, I don't know, because Savage isn't Savage. They're bought by I forget what group now. I don't keep up on that like I used to. I've been out of it for so long. But maybe David or one of these other guys, maybe Gene knows who actually.
I mean, I'm saying one of these ammo companies leaves or starts up. I think we need like a Dakota Ammo or some shit up here.
Or we need to definitely recruit that kind of stuff here. I think so. I think.
When Kelly's on, let's hit. I know he said he doesn't think we got enough workforce here, but like I've said before, and you and I mean, what's cooler, working at Mickey D's for $18 an hour, or working at Dakota Ammo for $22 an hour to start?
Yeah, exactly. I go to the ammo place.
Easy. Speaking of gun companies, Clay, I know I mentioned this to you, but I've owned a Smith & Wesson 22. God, what's the name of that thing again? Not a Freedom or a Liberty. At any rate, the barrel threading thing we were out at Axis shooting the suppressor, and something came off on the thread. I called Smith & Wesson. The guy answered, and I told him, I couldn't find it on your website. I need to order it. And what's your address again? Oh yeah, you're in our computer. And he's like, oh, well, it'll be in the mail. We're getting sent out. And I was like, what do I owe you? He said, nothing. I'm warrantying it for you. And I said, we didn't even ask what happened to it. I don't care. We're warrantying it for you. So
there you go.
Perfect. Out to Smith & Wesson, man. That's most gun companies and gun-related companies are freaking awesome for customer service. I've never really had a problem with any of them. So
yep. Good.
That was awesome. Good on them.
Brian
Victory,
says,
Smith & Wesson Victory, 22.
They're perfect. Yeah, Brian says it's still the FAFO Grand Champ Rittenhouse.
Yep.
Zach 100%. Says, he goes, yeah, those two love kids ate some North Dakota knuckles. They didn't enjoy their knuckles. David, he says, it pains me to say, but Savage isn't what it used to be. They need a good sock party to get back into the basics. I've heard that too, because I can tell you when, I can't remember his name now. I used to hang out with him with Scotty, but he was
Ron Colburn.
There you go, Ron Colburn, really good guy. Originally from Scotland, he actually immigrated over here, and he ran that company very well with a good product. And when he left, it just kind of started going downhill again, and then it got bought out by whatever group. I haven't heard a lot of good things anymore.
Yeah, well, look what happened to Remington when they got group bottom out. They went to shit, and now they're sitting on their own again with somebody. Go ahead, Clay.
Oh, Gene says, I'm bringing the 3855 to the Steel Challenge. Thought about the 5.56, but got to go with the lever action. There you go.
Nothing wrong with that, Gene. Nothing at all, man.
Well, I'll tell you what. Should we take one quick break? Thanks to sponsors and come back and do a happy ending. How's that sound?
Yep, happy ending. And I'll let everybody know what we're going to be talking about on Mitchell in the Morning tomorrow.
Sounds good. All right, we'll get her going here.
You bet, buddy.
As soon as I find the right one there.
Let me see your war face. That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. You don't scare me.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website.
All right. Yeah, I got to do a little work on that. Gene says it's been a while, but I think Remington, Savage, and Marlin took all the worst things of their rifles and made the Remington 783 boat anchor. I won't disagree with you there, Gene. I won't.
What's up, Trav George? He's on, baby. Haven't seen you in a while. Good seeing you on, buddy. I know you got an iron sight gun. You should be out the iron sight challenge on the 29th.
29th. It's coming. It's coming. All right.
Yeah, we're going to have a kitty and all kinds of prizes, and got some good food going. I think Lynette's making some pulled pork. Mama Joe's bringing some creamy coleslaw. We got a few other things. It should be a good time. And if it rains or something, I do have a canopy, Clay. I'll bring it. So it's going down. I mean, unless it's like a blinding snowstorm.
Well, I got 2 canopies too. So
hey, Shiloh, how's it going, buddy?
Thanks for joining tonight, Shiloh. We're just about done, guys. But hey, I'm glad to have you on here.
Yeah,
I'll throw them 2 canopies in my camper because I'm pretty sure I'm taking my camper up there. So.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, Zach says he loves his 110 Scout rifle from Savage. Oh, yeah, those do.
Remember them? Yeah.
So, real quick story about a Scout. Dougie actually has the Ruger Scout. He could never get it to shoot worth a shit. The 308.
Yeah.
And you know what it was? He changed it. He changed the can on it, and he said it shoots freaking great now, even with the scope on it. So.
Got one of them right there.
Damn, Clay, you got.
I know.
Love it. All right. So, hey, by the way, I went in to see the doctor for sleep apnea.
Yeah.
If he's watching, he said he might check it out. He was actually pretty interested in our videos.
Awesome. We appreciate it.
I don't know if he liked guns or not, or if he was, but he was like, that's pretty cool. So if you're watching, Doc, appreciate it.
Even if people don't necessarily know guns or have anything to do with them, by the time they get to know us, generally they're gun guys.
Yeah. Shiloh says, I want a Henry Supreme. Absolutely, Shiloh. Them Henry Supremes are freaking sweet. Yeah. Very freaking sweet rifles.
That Henry original I got my son. I do like that gun, though.
But I mean, hey, man, the Supreme, you can put a flat flush mag or if shit goes bad. Yeah. And that thing is so quiet with a can on it. It's just, ooh.
Well, I bought that. That's the new family heirloom for him to pass.
Zach says, I wish he could come, but his old lady's a better shot than him, and it's our anniversary.
Well,
understandable. I mean, there's no better. Your anniversary out there would be a lot better than it's going to be in Fargo.
Oh, that's for sure.
Yeah. Tell her if you go out shooting, your testosterone is going to be real high.
18 Wheels says, yeah, me too, Shiloh. I'm on a waiting list at 3 places for one in the 223. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I haven't ever seen one in the wild yet. Have you, Clay?
I haven't. We should ask. I don't know if our guys can get them or not. Probably.
I mean, we got Man Down Sporting Goods and we got Little Angry Man Arms.
Man. Yep, and he does a lot of Henrys. That's where I got my Henry original from. Was through Little Man.
You got any old Henrys there? It's a candy bar for those of you who don't know.
Yeah. I doubt it.
Dave said, I hope to make the shoot. Spring work is starting soon. Dave, the way I saw you shoot that iron sight AR you had, it just looks like a freaking layup for you if you come out there, dude. I thought I was doing pretty good with it. He grabs it and starts hammering his gong at 200 and is going, shit, that's pretty good shooting.
I make no promises, but it's going to be fun. I will win or lose.
18 Wheels says, don't bring her. JD will just beat up on her. Oh, shit.
Right.
You never know. Mama Joe might be pretty determined. They're bringing out the Rock River AR, too. So Jason says one of his favorite candy bars. See, he's down with it. All right, man. Yeah, they are good. All right, let's get to the happy ending here. Sure. Happy ending chronicle, Clay. Real short. Coming to us from an anti-gun. I say state, but it's probably because of a few big cities. So Chicago, November 22nd, a man approached a food vendor and apparently began arguing with him for unreported reasons. Probably a dope head. Yeah. The argument soon escalated into a fight, and a man pulled out a gun. The vendor, however, was also armed. Woo! Oh, you thought this was you thought she was bringing a gun to a fist fight, huh?
Yeah,
and fired at the assailant. They struggled. He fired at the assailant, Clay. The assailant took a wound. The guy shooting took a wound in his arm, but he hit the aggressor numerous times. What do you think ultimately happened here, Clay? Do we have a true happy ending chronicle, or do we just have a?
I hope that the guy assumed room temperature.
You are right, my friend. Ultimately killing the assailant.
There we go.
Nice shooting, Mr. Food Vendor.
Absolutely.
Hey, the guy's trying to make a living, and you come there and start bitching at him, telling him his brat wasn't good enough for something, and then you pull a gun on him, and you got what you deserve, asshole.
Yeah, you don't do that. You don't do that with Brian either. You tell him his brats ain't no good. You might find out too.
I mean, you just snap your neck like the English did them chicken guys, and they had that thumb, the hen's keeper's thumb or whatever, and they snapped the head.
Yeah. Take it off, and his wife will finish the rest.
Zach says his old lady's a lot more mean than I am. Shiloh says, "Where's the shootout?" Shiloh, I'll tell you what. If you want to come, send me or Clay a message. We'll give you the address. I don't want to give it out just on here. So
yeah, just
it's west of Mandan, about 5 miles. I will tell you that.
Yeah,
this isn't. Yeah. So if you want to go, we got the short video up there. If you saw it.
Shiloh was asking. I think he's got both our numbers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got Shiloh's got. Yeah, if you want to know, I'll text you. I'd love for you to make it, man. It'd be a good time. Hey, Clay's staying over. You want to stay over and
planning to stay over. Like I said, I'm planning to bring the can.
Dave says I'm excited for it, but the food has to get in the ground. Yeah, understandable. No soup for you, Gene says. Soup Nazi. Yeah.
Soup Nazi.
All right.
Seinfeld.
Okay, so I'm on Mitchell in the morning tomorrow, filling in for Clay. What do you got going tomorrow, anyways, Clay? Because you can't make it.
I'm gonna be cutting up that beef.
Okay, I mean that's a damn good reason.
It's gonna be a long
day. I'll try. Yeah, We'll try and work that in for you.
I'll bring you. I'll tell you what. I'll bring you some fresh burger.
Perfect. Love it, man. Love it. And what kind of meat is that again? That remind everybody.
That is certified. It is good old red American Gelby beef.
Good stuff. Clay gave me some when he came up for pheasant season. You wouldn't know the difference.
No black.
You wouldn't know that it's not cab. So you'd eat it and go, damn, that's some good burger right there. So I don't know what order Todd's going to have these in. Clay knows when he's on, whatever. Todd, it's Todd's World.
I never know. I send him to Todd, and he just pitches.
It's Todd's World. So. We're just living in it. I'm going to be in there about 7:40. So Todd, I might be on, add my 2 cents in there a little bit. You know what it is.
Well, if you get there early, he'll put you on. He did that to me here last time I was up there.
Yeah, well, last time I was just sitting there looking at him. He's talking to me, and I'm like, you want me to put these on? And he's like, yeah, okay. Yeah, so we got a story. Guy in Wyoming, Bob Budd is his name, had a lever action Winchester 1894 in the family for over a century. He's got quite a story about him. How the family acquired it and all the, they've used it for hunting and all that. So we got that going, Clay. I got one out of Shooting Illustrated here, NRA magazine. They got some now, virtual shooting range, Clay. If you got the, the Oculus, the Meta Oculus or Vision, they got them now. My daughter actually has one. I saw this story yesterday, and I'm like, damn, okay, we might have to get this because.
Both my kids got one of them. I might have to actually say, hey, now Dad wants
to
try it.
So there's a couple different apps for it. Tune in. We're going to talk about that. Des Moines, Iowa, Clay. I mean, these stories are kind of going around in more than one state. They got a bill to lower the firearm age there to 18, which it should be. We'll hit on that.
Should be.
And then, of course, like I said, we're going to talk about Attorney General Bondi. She's in the last 2 days here basically took the hobnail boot and stomped it on the ATF's beak. and you know, we'll talk about that. One just popped up today, one from yesterday. Who knows? By tomorrow, we might have another one because there's a lot of shit she can handle. Got a text here. When's 2A day this year? We don't know yet, Clay. I think you guys might have been talking about a certain month anyway, not a particular date.
Well, we might do a couple of them. You know, last year it turned out real good down there at Wayland's, and we did that over Memorial Day weekend because we got friends that come out from Minnesota. And I'm still working on that. I think you guys, if you're going to want some AR 500 steel targets, the guy that he comes out of Minnesota. I think we're going to have something where if you want to pre-order them, then he'll bring them. Otherwise, shipping kills you.
Yeah.
Out here. But he makes some damn nice targets. You've seen our presidential series.
I do like that. That's good shit. Presidential series. There's two of them in particular you really like.
Yeah, you really love them. I even got the right coloring.
Yeah, it's a good steel, makes a nice ring to it. So, Corey's taking a shot at you there.
Oh yeah, he's always raising.
Angus Young. I like AC/DC myself.
Back in black. No,
so how many more Thursdays we got left, Clay? We're doing a show on before we switch back to Wednesdays. So what do we got for Lent? Got 3 of them yet? Or 2?
Yeah, let me look here. Looks like we got at least 2. Yeah, 2. Actually, the 17th is our last Lent or no, 16th. 16th is my last one. It's actually Wednesday, and then that's when you go into the weekend.
Oh, April 16th? We're going that long yet, huh?
Yeah. It'll either be the 9th or the 16th.
Instead of Lent, they should call it length.
Length? Yeah, well, Easter's
glad I didn't give up that Coors Light for Lent.
Yeah, that's been a horrible thing.
Dave says those targets are sweet and there's no limit to his creativity.
Oh, yeah. That's just it. I'll call him here. It'll be next week. I guess I'll give him a holler and see if that's a go. If it is, if he's just going to offer certain ones, or if you want to have a custom design that he already has maybe programmed, that'd probably be the easiest way to do it. I mean, he's a busy guy too, so he kind of does that in his spare time.
Yeah, we never did. I still got that Caldwell deer. I didn't hang it up when I left the farm. We were gonna. Yep. I wasn't gonna leave it there for my dad to beat the shit up because I want to do a video on it when it's brand new. We did, but I will say, man, for a cheap target, that coyote when we hit it puts a nice ring out. So, but I mean, I'm not.
Nothing like shooting steel. I just love it. I mean, it's that instant gratification.
And I did try the Creed out. I just said XPR I got when H&H was still our sponsor. I bought it from Daryl. I've shot good. I'm not going to say spectacular, but it's basically new. So I would say everything shot right around an inch. I didn't do a whole review on it. I ordered a rail for it today from Mandan Sporting Goods because I couldn't get that scope back far enough. It's just got that 2-piece freaking FUD rail on the top. I wanted the whole rail. I need that thing back a little farther. I might get some lower rings, but it should be a shooter. Trigger was great. Well, I was happy it shot like the cheap with the Hornady 129 deer season or whatever, whitetail. It probably shot those. I think it shot those the best. So, I'm going to get that rail. We're going to get that going. We're going to go up and test that gong out. We'll do a video. I actually got a good video from my dad. Did a little T-post maintenance out there. My dad's a funny guy, and I'm going to get that up sooner or later.
Well, I'm hoping to get up there next week. Like I said, finish up that title work, being we had a couple things to do. So do that. Stopping at Mandan Sporting Goods because I want to get a rail actually for that new Howl I got. Yep. I can put a scope on that. I think, and that's a 6.5. I'm gonna try my load I got from my other 6.5.
Browning's got some good deals. You still looking for a can? Man, there's one up there. I know a buddy of mine is looking for one. It was a Silencer Co 30 cal, but I mean, then he's got turbo T3s up there. I have it. I definitely recommend that if you got a 223 or 22 caliber. And he's got the fat cat with the cat's ass on it. There's some pretty good prices. I was eyeballing. Brown wasn't in when I was in the store, but I was looking stuff talking to you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna hold my breath for the hearing protection act.
Nah.
I'm gonna buy another. If it passes, great. If it don't,
they're gonna need.
They don't have the votes. They just don't have them.
But listen, we might not need that, Clay. You tune in tomorrow. I'm gonna tell you what Bondi's.
Yeah. I know what you're going to say. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So what do you mean, JD? Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hold on, Clay.
Go.
I gotta say this. We got one here. I got a text here about the iron sight steel. It's got one from our man Brian Warner, fellow MBE. Gonna try and get some red eye made for the before we do the. And if you did catch, I think it was our first drinks at the 701. Brian makes some freaking top notch. The Warner red eye is I mean, you may equal it, but you will not beat it. That's some smooth.
Depending how that night goes on Saturday night, who knows? Maybe we'll go live and do a little mini.
Let me start it this time, Clay. Last time you tried it, we never did go live.
Boy, and that's a good.
Yeah. We're gonna have fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna have some good people out there. Have fun.
Well, we appreciate everybody tonight. I think we can call it an evening. Hope you enjoyed it. We hit over 100, so I was very happy with that. Thanks for everybody for tuning in, and thanks for all the sharing. Done over on X, because I know that
we did good on Facebook tonight too. I just checked. It was most we had watching on there in a long time.
Awesome. Good to hear it. So Shiloh and everybody else that's coming. Corey, I don't know if you're coming. You're probably cabin though, but if you are, let me know. I'm heading
likely
up on,
story, Corey.
Early on Saturday. Likely story. With that, everybody, I'll tune in tomorrow. I think you're going to enjoy the show, especially with the Bondi team. With that, everybody, keep your powder dry. We'll see you all next week.